Bum, bum. Oh, Jerome, your hair's looking amazing, you know.
Respect.
I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I've been trying to do a tie up like that myself, to be fair. I've just got them double twisted. Shout out to Morris.
Looks good.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Hang on a minute. We're now live. So let me just get this disclaimer because there is going to be a lot of shilling in this episode. Shill. So blockchain sensei disclaimer. Avoiding all lawsuits. Whoa. Who's changed the website? Did you change the website? Did you change the website, Dom? What? Did you change the website? Someone's changed the website.
Which website, bro?
Our website.
Wasn't me.
I'll let you off, Oscar. Yeah, someone's changed our website. Our font has changed. But anyway, it's nothing interesting. So, disclaimer. All our content, if you didn't know, is for education, information, and entertainment purposes only and should not be considered as investment advice or recommendation to buy, sell, hold any assets, or place any trades. Please do your own research. Our content is intended and should only be used for informational use. It's very important to do your own analysis before making any investment, which should be based on your own individual circumstances. You should always take independent professional advice from a professional advisor. Do we have any professional financial advisors in the room? I do not think so. Or independent research and verify all information you may find on our show that you wish to rely upon, whether you wish to make an investment decision or otherwise. All investments come with what? Risk. Please do your own what?
Research.
Thank you. We are not financial advisors and do not intend to be perceived or received as financial advisors. However, we are actually working with several accredited financial advisors. And if you're unable to mitigate your risk, then please contact us immediately so we can refer you to an accredited financial advisor. Okay, so let's get into the source of today's episode. Those of you watching on YouTube, please like, comment, subscribe, share. You know what to do. It helps boost our watch backs. We've seen that our playtime is going from like 30 to 50 views per video to like 70 to 80. So when people are commenting, it does actually boost it a little bit. So please keep that up, guys. Okay, cool. So what was I doing? Yeah, so the report. The report is the top 20 blockchain games by Cointelegraph Research. Now, there's some interesting parts in here. Yeah, I have highlighted it. That's good. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to spend forever on it because there's loads to get through. There's 20 games, plus there's a breakdown of what the biggest investors in the space have been investing in. So we can look at their projects. And there's a trend that has happened that I think is going to cause the space to blow up even more. So let's start with looking at the stats ahead of the Game Ball Rally, which is on the 24th and 25th. We're in partnership with Greenwich University and NEA Protocol. Make sure you're there. Don't be square. So gaming actually made up 49% of all blockchain transactions in 2022. So that's more transactions than DeFi. So basically, if you take away gaming, blockchain is dead, pretty much. So it's pretty important. So in terms of investments, ideally, you probably want to invest in things that are making money. Now, the one thing that we do know is gaming makes money. So putting the two together, like with gaming, you've got more tangible things to look at to calculate if it's worth investing and if it can grow as a company. The daily average of 1.13 million unique wallets connected to gaming dApps in 2022. On-chain gaming transactions grew 37% from 2021 and 3,260% from 2020, which is insane. There is now currently over 2,080 blockchain games, and venture capital invested 7.6 billion into blockchain gaming. I don't know where those games are. I don't know. Well, that was in 2022. So I guess we'll probably start seeing them leak out in 2024, 2020, 25. but I'm not that optimistic based on some of the stuff you're going to see in this. So Web 2 gaming versus Web 3 gaming. As we know, Web 2 gaming, and we know what Web 3 gaming is because we've gone over this plenty of times before. I'm not going to bore you with it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on the bits that I've highlighted. So this is from Paul Taylor of Fancy Studios. He says that game studios should focus on traditional gamers in addition to Web 3 gamers. To try to sustain economy inside a small market with only 5 million users is quite difficult. Yep. In comparison to a market that's got, I think total gamers right now is 4 billion gamers across the world. So it's a bit of a market if you tap into it. So the front end, so the studios need to become Web 2 front end and Web 3 back end, which we've been saying for ages, which allows for the best of both worlds without alienating anyone. Additionally, gaming should focus on building something that's fun to play versus something that's just around to collect NFTs. Gamers will playing a game that is fun and the most suitable solution. Now, the one thing that I've seen that none of these blockchain games are doing is something called story. Like, they seem to have all forgotten this concept in gaming called a story. And I think if with the likes of ChatGPT, it's not actually that hard to come up with a decent story. So yeah, anyone watching this, hook up with some Japanese anime writers with all of the billions of funding that you've got, get them to write you a story, and then slap that story into your game, and hey, you've got something with a cult following. So the onboarding, educational, and technical hurdles currently are too high for mass adoption at scale. So Web 2 versus Web 3 gaming infrastructure, we don't need to go on to that. I'm going to give everybody a copy of this after. So what I found interesting was Epic Games. Their Unreal Engine 5 supports blockchains, and so does Unity. But what I found interesting is Unity, even though it's nowhere near as powerful as Unreal Engine 5, because Unreal Engine 5 is like all the beautiful, sexy graphics. Unity is kind of like clunky graphics, like PUBG. You would have thought that they would have tried to get more blockchains, but they didn't. They've only got the Ethereum EVM and engine, whereas Unreal, even though it's got superior graphics, has got Kronos, which is crypto.com, Avalanche, Polygon, ETH, BNB, Huobi, Immutable X, and Engine, and Solana, and Cardano, which is mad. And then the most powerful bit is they're available on Windows and Mac and Linux, whereas Unity stuff only works on Windows. So I think they're missing out there. I think they've yeah. That just doesn't look good for Unity. Like, yeah, things ain't looking that good. So in about 2 years' time, I might do a big short on Unity, because I think they messed up there. Whoever's there in charge of their business development messed up there. So anyway, in relation to this, furthermore, the company's position was reconfirmed with Epic Games' investment in an Animoca brand subsidiary, Grease Monkey Games, to develop a realistic AAA game utilizing Unreal Engine. So what do you think we're going to go and do? We're going to go and look at Grease Monkey Games, because that's what we do here at Blockchain Sensei. We read reports and we see what they're talking about, and then we go and look at what's actually crack-a-lacking. Grease Monkey Games. Grease Monkey Games, guys. So these guys, probably who we need to look out for, games that they've got, because they're working with Unreal. Already, that looks amazing. Talk Drift. Oh, it's all driving games. So yeah, let's watch out for that. Let's watch out for what happens. If the gameplay is like this, which it could be because it's Unreal, boy, could be a bit of a mazza. I'm going to play 30 seconds of each trailer today. I'm not going to play much of them. We've got a few to get through. Yeah, it didn't really showcase the gameplay. Well, it looks okay from what I'm seeing. Anyway, back to the report. So key highlights. Play to, so what they did cover in this, which I think is very, very interesting, is they covered the way that the blockchain gaming is changing from P to E to P and E to P2O. Now, I wasn't really clued up on this, and I consider myself quite educated in blockchain gaming stuff, but yeah, I think all games are going to become P2O. So let's break down what it is. So play to earn is where people play and then they earn. So the people aren't playing the game to play the game. They're just playing it to make money, which then creates a death spiral. So play to own, whereas play and earn means that you've got to play for a certain amount of time and then you earn, or you unlock things that you earn. Whereas play to own is where games are free to play and then you end up owning assets from the game and then sell those assets on a secondary marketplace, which makes more sense because that's kind of what's happening in gaming already. So that's the logical direction that things are going to happen. So play to own lowered the entry barrier for gamers and shifted the focus from utility tokens to NFTs, making games more attractive to Web2 gamers and achieving sustainability. However, there are high risks of centralization and the absence of free market trading. So I think that's probably what Amazon's going to do. So watch out for that. So simply put, play to earn allowed for connecting in-game currency to the economy and turn it into a financial asset. Moreover, in-game assets are solely owned by the player, whereas in traditional gaming, they belong to the publisher. We've spoken to far too many games where they're just trying to find reasons to have a token because they're looking for a quick exit. In reality, though, their focus should be on the game being fun and engaging. Couldn't agree more. Play and earn, however, play to earn mechanics lack the functionality of in-game tokens and was susceptible to becoming a Ponzi scheme, as we know. Developers hope the motivation to progress through the game will provide a non-financial incentive for participating. In turn, this should attract traditional gamers and increase user retention. And play and earn also focuses on element of socialization, as seen in games like Alien Worlds. Now, play to own focuses more on the importance of NFTs. Games like Upland, a virtual property strategy game. Participants are able to trade real estate in the shape of NFTs through web and mobile applications. And again, I think this is another area we're going to see is play to own mobile games, which just makes complete sense because everyone's got a smartphone. So it just makes sense. Instead of making a game that's on the Ethereum smart chain and you have to use MetaMask to even log into the game, how about you just make a game where people are playing it on their phone and then all of a sudden they get a notification saying, oh, you can unlock this digital collectible, and actually this digital collectible, you can sell it if you want after. People are going to do that. I don't understand why it's taken so long to come to this magical realization, but hey, this is what happens in space. So yeah, then you'll be able to sell the NFTs for USD. So I believe a great system for in-game tokenomics is to make free to play. Oh, waiting room, Asante. I believe a great system for in-game tokenomics is to make it free to play, but in order to advance and compete, you should have to gear up with NFTs bought from tokens earned for playing. Yes, you can't buy the NFTs with money. You can only buy the NFTs if you've earned them or if you've got tokens from in the game from what that you've earned, and then you use those tokens to get your NFTs. That makes sense. Now, this is a concept called DeFi land. Now, it's not where is it? Right, here it is. Now, I don't know how many of you know, but Blockchain Sensei are going to be doing an app at some point. And this is a similar concept to a game called LazyFi, which I hope you've all heard of and all played and interacted with. But what they're doing is they take DeFi and turn it into a gamified experience. So you basically like harvest like crop and the crop is tokens, and then you have to go around your village and put them into different wells, and the wells are pools, and then you come back to your pool later and you take out your crypto, which makes a lot of sense. So especially if you're trying to like simplify DeFi for people, I think it's a really good idea.
Can you just explain that again, please, Michael? That concept again. Can you just explain it?
Yep.
One more time.
So DeFi land,
Yeah.
what happens is you play the game by literally going around in a world. Yeah. I'm going to see if it will let me play it without connecting my wallet. If I have to connect my wallet, I'll just have to turn my phone on. Yeah, it's going to take too long. Okay, so basically what happens is you go around in a world, and in that world, let me see if we can get a trailer. DeFi land gameplay YouTube. Oh no, I crashed it. Ah, here we go. So yeah, you go around and you get business. Bloody hell. Sorry guys, let me just stop that.
Go to Wix.com and set up your store on a.
But yeah,
Hi guys,
this is what it looks like.
And I just want to make a quick beginner's guide here because I've re-upped the link in the description. But it's the middle one.
So what happens is, as you can see, there's different things, different elements.
Or to the right side here, farm. Because if you haven't done it already, it's
and those elements represent different tokens.
Okay.
And you take those tokens to different parts of the farm.
Yeah.
And the different parts of the farm are different DeFi pools.
Oh wow. Okay. Wow. So that's like kind of realistic in a sense.
Yeah. So it just gamifies DeFi.
Yeah. No, that's interesting.
So for someone that doesn't actually have a clue about DeFi,
yeah,
because it's super complicated,
yeah,
and designed to make it accessible for everybody, but it's just created a massive barrier to entry. I think what they've created there, I don't think they realize what they've actually created. I think this is going to take off way more than they even realize. Probably not like this in this 2D farm, but who knows? If they can make this mobile and make it more like Farmville,
yeah, that's the entry point to DeFi.
Yeah, it's perfect. So yeah, that's that. So Upland transactions, which is interesting about Upland, not DeFi land. We're talking about Upland here, which is a separate game, which is the real estate one. The Upland proprietary wallet is coded with a smart contract client, which means that it requires a multi-sig, and that multi-sig on EOS mainnet means that the user doesn't actually have total control over their wallet and funds. Therefore, the user is not in control of their own wallet and funds. And then you've got obviously Apple's policy where they're taking 30% commission. So it's interesting. However, a game that I want to look at and I want to show everybody and make sure everybody's got the link to is a game called Limit Break. Now, Limit Break received 200 million in funding to build a free-to-own game, claiming that the free-to-play gaming is ending. At this point, the play-to-own model is perhaps the most prominent market solution, creating a sustainable economy. So, yeah, you can see what happens here. The kind of breakdown of it is that play-to-earn, someone pays £100 up front, the developers make £10 commission off that. £10 of that goes to the treasury. Maybe if you're early into the game, you can flip it for 170, but it's a zero-sum game with everyone looking to earn. Whereas with the play-to-own, players receive an average of $80 of resale value on the secondary market, and they spend the same amount, but it's not their own money. It's what they've earned from the game over a period of time. So yeah, free to own. We've seen all these examples before. We've heard of all of these before. So Limit Break, for some of these NFTs, the project will instead earn profits from trading royalties rather than high mint fees. And I think some of these gaming platforms, what they could make just on royalties of their NFTs trading volume alone is insane. Because you got to think, right? Look at the trading volume of something like what's that trading app for the traders? Come on, someone must know this. The trainers trading app.
Step N.
StockX, that's it, right? And the StockX assets are actually physical. You got to move them around and whatever. That's a multi-billion-dollar company. Whereas if it was just digital NFTs where people are just trading them, that's crazy revenue. Yeah, it's mad. So, is DeFi gaming the key to unlocking mass adoption? Its early applications spiraled into complex protocols. Yeah, we basically just said all this. Tokenomics models, not going to go over that. Single and dual token models, not going to go over that. We already know about them. So, fancy studios backed by key angels and founders. I'm going to post the link to this report in the chat. You might want to go and follow these founders. Investors in Web3 gaming. This is where it's going to start getting juicy now. So years growing. So Web3 gaming has soared 40x from 2020 to 2022, with a total investment of 7.6 billion, as we said. Epic Games raised 2 billion from Sony and Kirby, the Lego group, to develop a metaverse-related products and platforms. We know what that means is coming, don't we? We know what's coming. That means a Lego metaverse is coming. And that is finally what I've been saying could rival Roblox and Minecraft. Just because the IP that they're sitting on is insane. Like, absolutely insane. Let's see if this is a public company. Kirk B.
Michael, could you tell us like who Epic Games has like what their releases are, please?
Yeah, Fortnite.
Mhm.
Yeah, the Unreal 5 engine.
Okay.
Yeah, Gears of War.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of basically anything that's decent.
All right.
Yeah, if even if they don't directly make the game, if it's not their game, Unreal 5 engine pretty much is used on every film and every game that looks good. If you're playing a game that looks good, you'll probably see as Unreal 5 logo on it.
Yeah.
So,
oh, mad. And aren't they didn't they partner up with Google's Bard recently or something like that?
Yeah, they did.
Oh, okay. Okay, unrecorded, right? But this is live.
Yeah. Them ones there. All right, let's go back to the report. So here we can see all the different funds and what they've invested in. But this is, so obviously this report has got the top 20 games in it, but that's not what I was interested in. What I was interested in was this bit here, because this is the source. This is showing us the top investors in the space and what they've invested in. So what I was looking for is the synergies. What games appear multiple times? Because if they're not good, then this is kind of an inside job pump and dump. So what we're looking at is to see if Indie GG, Derby Stars, Petaverse, Chibi Clash, Blast Royale, Afar, Battlebound. Yeah, those are the ones that keep popping up. But before we go to that, I wanted to show you Limit Break, because this is the one where it's going to be free to play and then you start owning NFTs. So this is Limit Break. About us. And you can see they've got 2 games. Digidaku. I'm going to connect to my wallet right now, actually. Where is my phone? Let me connect this up and make sure I actually claim my free NFTs. So they've got quests. that you can do. And you can claim different things. So let's see how much the villains are going for on OpenSea. Price high to low. 2.2 ETH for something you can get for free. You know, it's not bad. Let's go recently sold. 0.02 ETH again. Can't complain there. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely claim those. I'm gonna put it in the chat. Everybody. So that's the first one. Go claim. And then they've actually got a whole site that is just called Free NFT. FreeNFT.com is actually a website domain they own, which is mad. Imagine getting that domain. That is the maddest domain ever. So yeah, here they've got a list of all the free gaming NFTs that come out. Now, this is the maddest one. I wish I'd known about this earlier. A free Bitcoin ordinal NFT. Yeah, these guys are mad. So this is, do you need me to put this in the chat, or has everybody got this? I'll put it in.
Listen, you're coming like Father Christmas right now, bro.
FreeNFT.com. There you go. Shills, like I said. So we've done DeFi land. So next was one of the things that I also saw is a lot of these games are on Solana, and a lot of these games are mobile games and on Solana. So I'm thinking this Solana phone, like I've said before, is going to be worth way more on the secondary market than it is upfront, especially if we go into a microchip situation where they're going to be, it's really hard to get microchips. I think these could end up being worth 10 grand.
What, Nani?
So yeah, I'm very, very close to contemplating selling my current phone to get one of these.
Like those phones are they're out now.
Yep, they're out now. So this is the company Fancy Studios that got 200 million. Don't know how I feel about these guys, because when I show you the games, so the games are ready to go. I'll give them, they've got games that are available on phone and desktop, and you can earn straight away. But when we look at the quality of the games,
It's like that Floppy Bird. Remember that Floppy
yeah,
Bird?
it's literally, it is literally that.
What pixels, yeah? Which is bare pixels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not, this is not 200 million pounds of development. I'm not even gonna connect my wallet to it, because it's just not 200 million pounds of development. Then the other game that we saw had a lot of VCs and a lot of money in it was this one, Derby Stars. Again, looking at the level of the investors on this, I'm like, what are you seeing? Like, what go on? Like, what am I?
What's this, horse racing?
Yeah.
Are they gonna get gamblers addicted to this one then?
It just doesn't. Yeah. all these horse racing ones just, yeah, they're just not banging it for me. Sorry, guys. Yeah. Anyway, collaboration and talent. Earlier in 2022, Ryan White left his job as senior managing director and head of global gaming at YouTube to take over CEO of Polygon Studios, the gaming division of the blockchain company. And then also started a leadership team in that case of Network Studios. Current president Matt Richert worked at Blue Entertainment behind Zynga Games, the mobile game company, and CEO Neil Young also joined him. So here's some of the key movers and shakers in the space that have got 200 million funding for Limit Break, 46 million funding for Gunzilla Games, 46 million funding for Network Studios, 40 million funding for Exterio, 40 million funding for Irreverent Labs. So yeah. What I did want to highlight though, again, is some games that probably people don't know about, and some blockchains that if you are making a game, you probably want to make your game on their blockchain and apply for some funding to them. We are definitely going to be contacting these following companies about the Game Ball Rally. When we do, we would like your community support when we make our bids public on social medias, mainly because, let's have a look, see, Wax, as we can see, is absolutely killing it when it comes to unique active wallets and transactions that are happening on Wax. I'm going to let you into a little secret as to why that is happening. An NFT shield that you've just got to, this is financial advice. You've got to do your own research on what I'm about to show you. So after we cover this page. So the platform has seen an increase in unique active wallets of 50% on a year-on-year basis. Now, as a business, anything that grows in users by 50% on a year-on-year basis, I don't know. Is that a good business that's increasing in revenue? Yeah. So we're going to look at Wax as a token as well. So the chain recently raised 10 million to push for GameFi and NFT markets. 10 million, yeah? So let's go and look at their token. Let me just stop the share. Let's go and have a look. Half of these ones don't even exist anymore, do they? So these are all the gaming ones. Here's Wax. So Wax is nowhere near its all-time high or its release price at the moment. I've got it on the 3-month candles. Sorry. Yeah, I think it's safe to say Wax is pretty down. And even from where it is today to this high is a 10x. That's not even $1. That's not even the all-time high. And then and bear in mind, this company is actually making money and is getting new users. Up to that all-time launch price, 6,912%. Now I'm gonna go and show you something right now that ties in to why you need to do your own research into Wax. Has anyone heard of a company called Funko? These guys.
No, I never heard of them still.
You've never seen these?
I know the Flintstones, but I don't know about Funko.
Yeah, Funko bobbleheads are a big thing. Go to any anime shop, any comic book shop.
Okay.
People are collecting these like mad. Now, what I didn't realize is they've been doing NFTs this whole time. And it's not been really public that they've been doing NFTs. And the drops have just been happening. And the drops aren't even that expensive. $9.99. And you can pay in fiat. Now, these Funko bobbleheads, the physical ones, because in lockdown I was doing a bit of eBaying and going to car boots and flipping them. Some of them were selling for like 60 to 90 quid. Some of them were selling for 500. So, yeah, the headless Ned Stark one. Oh, no, not 100 quid. It's now going for £1,400. And that's the physical ones. This is the NFT. So what's easier to trade, a physical one or a digital one? Let's see if they've got the digital ones on here. No, they haven't got them on here yet. But anyway, I think this causes a massive problem for VV because the IP that these guys have got access to is disgusting. Like, they've got everyone. Teen Titans, Nickelodeon, Dungeons and Dragons, House of Dragon, Hanna-Barbera, Flintstones, The Matrix, Elf, Looney Tunes, DC, Jay and Silent Bob, Avatar, DC, Scooby-Doo, Hey Arnold, Bob Ross, Star Trek. Yo, they've got everyone.
Man, my whole childhood.
Everyone. For $9.99 a pop. Now, I'm now about to show you something that hasn't been getting as many views as it should. Again, VV ain't doing this.
It's a hole in your heart, she's got to feel broken. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, what's this? They're making their own world.
Yep. Their own game, their own metaverse.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you see them digital cards there? You see, I'm not saying, but I'm just saying do your own maths in it.
Shit, Crypto Boss has already bought 50 of them.
1 + 1. That's all I'm saying. Now, let's go and look at the platform that they're using. Drop. Drop what blockchain?
Wax.
Yeah, it's a bit mad
No
still.
coincidences. Mm.
It's a bit mad still. That is one hell of a shill. So yeah, I'm gonna end this episode there.
Wax on, wax off. Jeez.
On, wax off, boys and girls. Because right now, I don't know about you, but wax is showing some crazy fundamentals, and the technicals are just looking like they're getting banged for no reason. So yeah, I mean,
I show you two of our wax already because I have like 2,500 tokens. I didn't just
I
buy them.
definitely spoke about wax. Definitely,
Yeah,
bro.
so
Wax.
I
was
didn't
the
buy those
first
tokens just like
NFT
that.
I ever bought. I bought a Ryu card on wax.
And I have property in Upland. I have like 3 properties. I
Sick.
don't really play it. I just own 3 properties and I collect the money. I have like 10,000 UPX coins or whatever.
Sick.
But I don't play that much because I found it kind of. I played. There's another one that I play though, which what's the name of it? I can't remember. But Splinterland, I'm yet to play. I have Alien Worlds on my computer, guy. I don't have the time, guy, with this Trillium thing, guy. I have some Trillium, but that everyday thing, I have to go back into it because I think you can automate it now, where you have to buy stuff to get for it up to really get it operating properly. But that has a big following. That Alien World, guy. That Alien World thing is big, guy.
Yeah. The people are obsessed with that.
That's it. That's big.
Yeah, 100%. But yeah, I thought I would. This is just part 1 of this because we didn't go over the projects. So this is just we've gone over a few projects in this. But the ones that are in the top 20, well, we've heard of them before. It's all the ones that we know. So I thought, let me give you the value. So yeah, go and do your own research. Go claim your free NFTs. Yeah, man.
Yeah, Digital Dark Cool, yo, they've been claimed, guy. Most of them stuffs. But I'm going to freenft.com. Something is available. We cannot because when you go to it's claimed and then they show you where claimed is closed and they tell you, okay, go to OpenSea. So that's all right. We're a bit, it's okay.
Well, now we know.
Now we know where to look. Yeah, so it's all good. No problem.
So we're good. Yeah, man. I think this is probably out of all the NFT Fridays, in terms of shills, might be one of the best ones for shills. Not gonna lie. Like,
thanks, Mike. Appreciate your time, brother. Thanks for the research.
Thank you very much for your time.
Bless.